All right, it is 9:02, so we are officially going to start. Today's focus in the class is going to be on shoulders, upper back, and a little bit of neck. We're going to do a combination of some joint rotations, some passive stretches, and some active range lift-offs. So let's begin. First thing we're going to do is stand up nice and tall. I'm going to take my chin, go down to my chest. I'm going to swipe over to the right, so I'm looking at my right shoulder. From there, I'm going to tilt my neck to the right, so you should feel a nice big stretch on the opening side of your neck. From there, we're going to start to extend the neck all the way around, so coming to the other side. Once we get here, now we're going to rotate, look down at the left shoulder, bring the chin back down to the chest, to the starting point, and then we'll reverse it. So I'm going to rotate to the left, looking at the shoulder, tilt to the left, stretching out the neck, extending, holding that extension all the way to the other side. Right ear down to the shoulder, rotating to the right, looking at the shoulder, and then chin comes back down. That's one rep. Let's do one more. Rotate to the right, tilt the neck to the right, extend all the way around. So now that we're tilting at the left, rotate left, bring the chin back down to the starting point. One more time. Rotate left, tilt left, extend all the way around to the other side so that we have our right ear to our right shoulder. Let's rotate, look at the shoulder, bring that chin back down to the starting point, and then we'll just relax the neck. From there, we're gonna move to the upper back. Same type of movement pattern on this one. We're gonna go hands up on the shoulders. We're gonna start by rounding the upper back. From there, rotating the upper back to the right, tilting to the right, extending the back, and I'm going to try to extend all the way around to the other side so that I end up in a little side tilt to my left. Once I max that out, I'm going to rotate to the left and then round the upper back down. And reverse, rotate left, tilt your back to the left, extend, keep extending all the way around, so that we end up in this side bend on the right side. Rotate the upper body and then round. Come back to the starting point. And you'll notice on this, just trying to move from here to here. So we're not letting the hips move side to side, and try not to let the hips go forward or back, okay? Hips are very stable. So let's do that one again. We'll round down, rotate right, tilt right, extend. Extend all the way around to the other side so that we're tilting to the left. Rotate to the left. Round the back down to the starting point and reverse. Rotate left. Tilt left. Extend all the way around to the other side so that we're tilted to the right. Rotate to the right. Round the back down to the starting point. And then we'll just come back up. Shake the upper back out. Keep on moving to the shoulder blades now. So I'm gonna face this way. So arms are gonna be straight. Try to keep your elbows locked out. We're gonna raise the shoulder blades up. We're gonna squeeze them back, push them down, and then try to spread them, reaching forward with the hands. Up as high as you can go. Squeeze them back tight. Push them down into your back pockets, and then spread them. Now let's do 2 reps in the other direction. Squeeze them back, raise them up, push forward, spread, and down. One more time. Squeeze back, raise them up, push them forward, and down. Shake those out. From there, we're gonna bring the arms up to the side. So I've got elbows in line with my shoulder, got a 90-degree angle. From here, we're gonna rotate down as much as we can without letting the elbows drop, and then rotate as far back as we can. 2 reps here, rotating down, don't let the elbows drop, and then rotating back a little bit farther than last time. Nice, shake them out. Last joint rotation is gonna be the whole glenohumeral joint. So we're making a big circle with the arm now. So let's go left hand. I'm gonna rotate up, trying to get the palm to face as high as I can. I'm gonna come across the body, swooping up overhead. Biceps are gonna pass my ears, And then once I can't go any higher into flexion, can't go any farther back, now I'm gonna start rotating my shoulder in so that I can keep going back with this circle. Rotate in, so that by the time you have your arm down to the side, you're fully internally rotated. From there, we're gonna reverse, arm goes back as far as we can go. Once I hit my limit, now I'm gonna start externally rotating, coming back up, swooping past the ear again, palm stays up. Let's go one more rep. Palm is up, biceps pass by the ear. Once we reach our shoulder flexion limit, start rotating inward, keep rotating in, all the way down to the hip and reverse. Arm comes back, reverse the motion at the shoulder, all the way up. Biceps past the ears, swoop down, shake it out. So as you guys can notice with these joint rotations, we're trying to isolate the joint. So I'm not letting any other body parts move. So on the right side, really try to focus on when we're making that circle, not to let the back move in any way. Here we go. Palm is up, swooping across, biceps pass by the ears. Keep going back. Once you reach that limit, then start rotating the shoulder inward. Keep rotating all the way until your hand's at your hip and reverse. Arm comes back all the way. Reverse the rotation. Coming up, biceps pass by the ear, palm stays up. One more rep. Very nice. Once you finish that last rep, we'll just shake it out. Next, we're gonna take it down to the mat. Now we're gonna start working on some passive stretching for the upper back and for the shoulders. So first one is gonna be working on opening the range of motion up in the rotation of our upper back. So let's come down to our mats. If you have a yoga block or a pillow, that's always kind of nice to put underneath your head. It's not a must-have, it's just kind of a nice to have. So I'm gonna use my block. From here, I'm gonna stack my feet and my knees on top of each other. I'm gonna bring them down to one side. From here, the arm that's on the floor, I'm gonna go on top of my legs with. Then from there, I'm gonna start trying to rotate my opposite shoulder to the floor. And then for me, this is where I hit my first stopping point. I can't really go any farther. So now we're gonna take some big deep breaths to try to open this area up. So we'll take a big inhale, breathing into the ribs, trying to expand them. Big exhale, and on that exhale, see if you can relax a bit more into your rotation. So big inhale into the ribs. Exhale, rotate a bit more. We're gonna do 10 big breaths. If you have pretty good range of motion in this position and you want to challenge yourself farther, make sure that the knees are staying perfectly stacked on top of each other. If one knee starts to slide in, it's gonna make the movement a bit easier. So if you're already pretty flexible here, try to challenge yourself by keeping those knees on top. Let's take 5 more big breaths. Breathe into the tight stuff. Exhale and just let that tension melt away. Good. One more big breath. Breathe into the ribs. Try to expand them. Exhale. Rotate a bit more. Next, let's go over to the other side. Same movement. So knees are stacked, feet are stacked. Drop the knees down to the other side this time. Bottom hand is going to pin the legs together. Let's rotate to the other side. This is where I stop, so I've got a few inches. And then from here, breathe into the ribs. Expand the ribs. Exhale. Bit more rotation. So we'll use 10 breaths here to open up this range of motion. And if you have a hard time conceptualization, it's a hard word, thinking about how to expand the ribs, just put your hands on them, and then every time you inhale, try to push out against your hand. It'll give you a little bit of tactile feedback. Two more big breaths here. And now we can make our way out of this stretch. Come on out. If you want to grab a sip of water, you can. So now that we've opened up some range of motion through the upper back, now we've got to hit the save button and we've got to develop some strength in that position. So for this one, I'm going to give you guys two options. Option one is going to be a little bit easier than option two. So we're going to go hands and knees. I'm going to go hands behind my head. From here, I'm going to rotate down, and then I'm rotating up. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to build up from 25%, 50%, 70 to 100, trying to open up this range of motion before coming down. So that's option one. Option two is the same movement, but from your deep squat, if you have your squat available. So you'd be coming down to the bottom, hand on the opposite ankle, and then rotating up this way, trying to open up that range of motion. So let's get into the position, pick whatever variation you want to work on, and we'll start rep number one. So we're going to come up at 25%, keep coming up, we'll move up to 50%, 75%, and then your safest 100% effort for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll come back down. Take a breath here. And then we'll move into rep number two. We'll come up at 25%, 50%, keep rotating, 75%, 100 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we'll come back down. Take a big breath here. One more rep, here we go. Let's really push it now. Open up, 25, 50, 75, 100 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Cool, take a big breath here, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Here we go, so holding on to the ankle if you're in your squat, otherwise you can go hands and knees. So let's rotate up, 25% effort. Keep it going, 50%, 75, and then 100. Try to push that 100 for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Big breath. Rep number two, here we go, 25% up. Bit more rotation, 50%. Keep going, 75. Everything you've got now, 100, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly back down. Take your breath. We'll do one more rep here. Here we go. Let's rotate up, 25% effort. Good, 50% effort. Keep moving up, 75. Finally, 100. Keep rotating, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come on out of it. And then we can stand up, shake the back out a little bit. So that was our rotation that we were working in the upper back. Now we're going to be working on thoracic extension. So trying to extend the back this way. And we'll do the same pattern. We're going to do a passive stretch for 10 breaths, and then we're going to do 3 reps of pulling ourselves deeper into the stretch. So 2 options on this one. Option 1 is going to be using a wall. So what we do here is have our hands on the wall, feet a couple feet away. Let's squeeze my shoulder blades as I push my chest forward, and then trying to bring my chest to the wall, breathing, relaxing here. That's going to be a little bit more gentle than option 2. Option 2 is going to be the same stretch, but from the floor. So you'd be on your knees, you'd slide your hands away as you drop your chest down to the floor. Again, squeezing your shoulder blades, trying to push them through the front of your chest and trying to relax the chest down to the floor. Okay, so pick your position. I'm gonna use the wall. And then once you're there, we're gonna go 10 deep breaths. So just like last time, breathing into the restricted tight areas, exhaling and going a little bit deeper. Here we go. Breathe at your own pace. Good job, guys. A few more deep breaths here. Every time you exhale, going a little bit deeper into that extension. I think the AC guy's here.
Yeah, he is. It's creepy when I saw his reflection in the mirror.
Nice. And we'll come on out of that stretch. Shake the back around a little bit. And now what we're gonna do is hit the save button, and we're gonna actively use the muscles now that facilitate that thoracic extension. So for this one, we're gonna come on down to the mat. Turn it this way. So we're gonna be face down here. Palms are gonna go towards the floor. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna build up that contraction again like we did with that rotation. But this time what I'm gonna do is take my shoulder blades, I'm gonna push them down and back, and then from there I'm gonna try to extend my back up. So if you've done a Superman before, think of this kind of like a half Superman. So the lower body isn't gonna be very active. You might have a little bit of tension in your glutes, but not so much that your feet are coming off the floor. We wanna focus more on lifting the chest up, using the muscles that make your back extend. So let's come on down. Oh, you gotta move, Beanie. Move, Frankie. Whoop. All right. So we're on the floor, palms are down. So now let's try to start extending our back at 25% effort. So chest is coming up a little bit. Keep on going up to 50%. Good, make your way to 75. And then your safest 100 effort all the way up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly parachute back down, nice and gentle. Take a deep breath here. And then we'll go into rep number 2. Lift up at 25%. Up at 50. 75. 100, keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly back down. Once you're back down, take your big deep breath. And then our last rep, here we go. Shoulders back and down, lift at 25 effort, 50% effort, 75%. Good, make your way up to 100%, squeeze, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly back down. Nice. Once you finish your last rep, come on out. Shake the back out again. Nice. So those are my 2 favorite stretches plus lift-offs for the upper back. Now we're gonna switch gears a little bit and start working on the actual shoulder joint. Same idea. We're gonna do some passive stretching, and then we're actively gonna move our body in that new range of motion that we've opened up. So on this one, if you have your yoga block, if you have your pillow, it's just nice for underneath the head. This is called a sleeper stretch. So we're gonna be stretching out the external rotator. So you should feel this in the back of the shoulder. And what we're gonna do here is take our block, we're gonna put it underneath our head. We're lying on our side. So on this one, if you wanna make this less intense, open your body up. If you wanna make it more intense, you're gonna bring your body to the side that you're stretching. So if I have my shoulder lined up with my elbow here, we're gonna take that elbow down a little bit. I'm gonna go hand on the back of my wrist where my watch would be, and then I'm gonna bring that hand passively towards the floor. So I'm not cranking on the hand, I'm just providing just a little bit of extra to help me get into this position. And then when I'm down here, hand's nice and loose, so I'm not squeezing my fists. Hand is loose, forearms are loose. We'll just focus on our breathing here. Trying to relax deeper on each breath. And what I'm thinking when I'm doing these big deep breaths is I'm trying to inhale for about a count of 3 and then trying to do double on the exhale. So breathing out at a count of 6. The longer you can draw out that exhale, the more your nervous system, your body's going to relax and open up for the stretch. With this stretch, try to stay within like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 on the intensity scale. It should be totally relaxed, so we shouldn't be fighting at all in this. We should be just trying to relax as much as we can. So no pain faces allowed, no tensing of any muscles. Let's do one more big breath and then we'll go to the other side. Nice. Come on out, make your way up nice and slow. We'll get ourselves set up on the other side. So same idea here, I'm going to be lying on my side. It's called the sleeper stretch for a reason. So we're here, elbow is a little bit lower than the shoulder. My hand is going to come in towards my hip. So before you start bringing your hand down, just totally let go of any tension in your hands and in your forearms. Once you have that, then you can go hand to the back of your watch, rotate it in. If you want a little bit less, rotate your body away. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, rotate more in. Here we go. Find that 6 out of 10. Just breathe and relax. Good job, guys. Let's go 2 more breaths here. After that breath, slowly make your way out of it. Come on out. Shake the shoulders out. That's exactly what you're trying to do, Dan. You're basically putting yourself kind of in a little bit of a Kimura position there. Easy Kimura though. You're not trying to make yourself tap out. Okay? All right, so we'll do one more stretch and then we're gonna start working on the active range and shoulder. So this one is gonna be working on that external rotation in the shoulder. So if you have the block, we're gonna use the block or you're gonna use a pillow on this. We just want to find something that's going to prop up the hand a little bit when you're on the floor. Okay, so the way we're going to set up on this one is I'm going to have my block to one side. My elbow is going to go in line with my shoulder. And then it's up to you how intense you want to make this. The higher your block or your pillow is, the more you're going to be in external rotation in the shoulder and the more intense it's going to be. But remember, you want to try to find that 6 out of 10 range on the intensity scale, okay? So don't go crazy on this one. So for me, I'm gonna flip my block to the half position. My elbow is in line with my shoulder. And then I'm gonna go chin down. And then just like the last stretch we did, if you wanna make this less intense, turn more towards that side. If you wanna make it more intense, you can start to turn away. So let's find this position, find your 6 out of 10, and just breathe into wherever you're feeling that tension, that tight stuff. Exhale, and just let it melt away. So the two main areas that you're probably going to feel this stretch in is going to be 1, your pecs, and 2, your subscapularis, which is a muscle on like the inside, underside of your shoulder blade, your scapula. So if you're feeling a weird, stretchy sensation kind of below your armpit, that would be the muscle that you're feeling. When we do a lot of sitting, the pecs, the subscap get tight and they start to rotate the shoulders inward, and that's really going to affect your posture and your performance for a lot of different activities. 3 more big breaths and then we'll switch. And then after that breath, come on out. Nice. So Dan commented earlier that he felt like he was Kimoring himself in that one stretch. It was like a jiu-jitsu joint lock. And this is the opposite. This is an Americana, so bringing the shoulder back the other way. So if you are a jiu-jitsu player or do any kind of grappling, this stuff will help you become a little bit more resistance to these like shoulder locks that you find yourselves in. All right, switch it over. Same thing on the other side. Got an elbow in line with my shoulder. Hand is propped up on my block or your pillow or whatever you've got. And then from here, find our 6 out of 10 and just relax. Trying to relax the pecs and that subscapularis rotator cuff muscle. Go 3 more breaths in this position. After breath number 3, make your way out. You can throw your block or your pillow to the side. Shake the shoulders out. And then last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna actively use that range of motion. So we stretched our shoulder in this position. We stretched it back out in the other position. Now we're gonna try to build a little bit of strength there. Okay, so let's start in the same position, the scarecrow position that we started at the beginning. So I've got elbow in line with my shoulder. So from here, keep the elbows up high. We're gonna externally rotate back at 25%. A little bit more, 50%. Try not to let your back arch. Keep going, 75. And then your safest 100%. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then reverse. Rotating down at 25. A little bit more, 50. Keep going, 75. That was Jill, she just ran by. 100%, rotate in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then slowly drop them down. Shake them out. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 more reps like that to finish up. So let's go elbows up, rotate back, 25%, 50%, 75, keep going. Should be cramping up by now. 100%, trying to cramp up these muscles back here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rotate down, 25. Build it up, 50, 75, 100, rotate in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bring them down. Deep breath, relax. So when you get up to that 100%, you should be trying so hard that your body is shaking, okay? We're trying to cramp the muscles up in an isometric contraction. Okay, last one, here we go. Elbows up, rotate back, 25, 50, 75, 100, back, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then reverse, rotate down at 25. Moving on up to 50, 75, 100, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Drop them down, shake the shoulders out, shake your elbows out a little bit, shake the hands out. Good. Give your back a little shake even. Did a lot of back work today. Shake it out and relax it. And we have officially come to the end of class today. So same place, same time next week, guys. Next week, what we're gonna work on is a deep dive into the squat. So the whole class is gonna be dedicated to improving your range of motion in your deep squat, okay? So if that's something you're interested in, I'll see you next week at 9 o'clock on Thursday. All right, guys, have a good day, and thanks for joining.